Succession planning mistake number 2. Failure to identify key responsibilities for all key people and for the person who become president upon the owner's death or disability. So again, we try to identify that the president, the owner of the company, is doing certain things. They don't talk to their kids about what they're doing. If something happens, the business suffers, quite frankly, if you don't do this planning. Your employees suffer because you don't do this planning. So in the outline on the checklist that I have on the first couple pages, I have an opportunity where you can outline each person's responsibilities and identify what each person's doing. It's important. Now, in my particular situation, I looked at it from a perspective that the things I do, typically professionally, with clients, I'm always taking an employee with me to a meeting. So there's continuity. If I'm sick or a car accident, things flow. Honestly, they do all the work anyway. I tell clients that. But that's how I leverage myself. I sit, I identify, discuss, come up with a plan, and then we move ahead and they execute it, and I'm overseeing it and I'm managing it, and we get it done. We try to create a sense of urgency. That's another thing I got to say that is typically one of the flaws of this whole process is there's no sense of urgency. You never get around to it. Okay. You know, it's interesting, talk about planning your succession and making plans. It's like a roadmap, but you have your business, and people talk about this all the time with their business coaches. How many hours a week do you put in your business? Now, add it up for the whole year. How many hours a year do you put into your succession plan? If you died or became disabled, is your business protected? Have you communicated with your key people? Do they know if you don't show up to work because you're on the way to work, you have a car accident, and you're out for 2 weeks? Are they ready? And that's what this is important to identify, particularly the owner of the business needs to identify their responsibilities so that they can communicate to their key people what's going on. Do they really know what you as an owner are currently working on? Do they really know what you're planning to do with the company a month from now, 2 months from now? Do they really know the things you got in motion? It's kind of interesting that with myself, with Amy and Kurt, it kind of evolved when Kurt came on board. We're going to lunch 2-3 times a week in us working meetings. We're strategizing everything. We do our marketing together. We talk about the workflow, the project work, what's going on, and we're talking about all kinds of things. So we really are having those meetings on a regular basis every week, talking about the business and everything. The CPA practice, which I manage with Carrie and Kathy, I'm working with them, but they, quite frankly, they've been working with me for so many years. The clients are just working with them directly. That's how it works. And then they let me know if they need anything. That's how that works,